hopelessly broken. I mean, you're doing it wrong when people are paying coyotes more than it costs for the fees to legally immigrate.
Yeah, right. The marketplace is
That's
speaking.
a hint. Yeah, that's a hint, folks. But and it's really wrong when we have a member of the GOP uh, political operatives who is married to a man in Norway and has yet to live under the same roof with him as a citizen, where they're both citizens of the same nation. And they're
Wait,
coming up on a
what?
1 year anniversary. Katrina Jorgensen. She and her husband have yet to live under the same roof with the same citizenship. Doesn't happen. She goes to
So,
see him in Norway for short periods of time, and then he doesn't come here. He can't because of the immigration process. And they've been fighting to get him legally in this country, get him legal immigrant status so that he can apply for citizenship. But he is married to her. They married in Malta.
oh my gosh.
Well, obviously, he has to sneak across the southern border on one of the people movers.
Yeah, obviously. Well, we've joked about that, but he wants to be completely legal, and they're
Yeah,
suffering
yeah,
for it.
sure.
And she was even hospitalized for a time, and they couldn't go and expedite things so that he could be by her side while she was in the hospital.
Jessica is messaging us. Yep, I have families separated from their kids because of that.
Yep.
Because they want to be legal. They want to do it right.
Yeah, and the irony is that I know someone who had a wedding list for like a guest list, and they couldn't invite certain people because they were illegal, so therefore they couldn't cross state lines. I was like, really?
Unbelievable.
Unfreaking believable.
Okay, you guys know I'm ACD. Maybe a tad ADHD. Can I ask you a completely random question here? This is like really random. All right, so I'm looking on Facebook. Excuse me, on the other screen. Tiffany just accepted my friend request. She looks 18. I won't tell you how she's posing. She's a bartender at the 31 bar. I have no idea in what city. I'm pretty damn confident I did not send her a friend request. Do you ever get friend acceptances or whatever have you from people that there's no way you send them a friend request?
I have some unexplained friends. But I didn't
We all do.
notice. No, I didn't necessarily notice them requesting me as a friend or me accepting them as a friend.
Yeah,
They
this
just
is
sort of appear.
Well, this one says I accepted. There is no way in hell that I sent a friend request to this person. And here's why I asked it, because over the last week, I bet you I've gotten 10 of these. Maybe 15. No way. No way. So I don't know. I was just wondering. So sorry to.
Yeah, no. No,
Yeah, I
just get the
definitely do.
weird
Every
foreign
once in a
guys.
while, what'll happen for me is I can't recall a time where I get a, Phil Schlabotnik accepted your friend request, but I get a constant stream of friend requests. I mean, anytime there's a friend request that I don't immediately recognize the name, I'll immediately click on the friends in common. And oftentimes we'll have no friends in common, or it'll be a friend in common, and I'll be like, man, I don't know how I know that person. And I'll have to hit that one, and I'm like, oh, okay, I've got two other friends in common with that person. So it's some weird, I just figured that's somebody trolling through somebody else's friend list. And I assume it's just my picture that they see, and they're like, ooh, that's a guy that I've got to be
Jessica's
friends
saying maybe you got hacked, and I changed my. I thought that same thing early last week, so I changed my password, but it's still happening. But how's
But
it to
it
your
might have
point?
been before you changed it. They might have sent out a bunch of requests, like a bot.
Oh, see, there you go. But anyway, to your other point, you get these from people that I can't think of names right now, but it would be something like Tiffany Starlight, like this Tiffany. I'm making up the Starlight point, and It's they live in like Ethiopia or somewhere, and they're brand new Facebook people. And there's always an image there. I have a friend here. He's a lawyer now. He used to be a big guy on Indianapolis radio, but he finds a way to track down the images, and then he always puts something funny on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that this person, yeah, in the picture are not the same thing. Of course, those are probably money things or whatever. But yeah, good point, Jessica. Probably got hacked before and sent out a bunch of friend requests for me.
My Facebook's never been hacked. My Twitter has been hacked a couple of times.
Now, I don't know if my Facebook has been hacked or not, but if you really are confused with the mysterious friend request and acceptances and all of that, take a look one time at your likes.
At my life?
No, likes, like
Oh, I was going to
LIKES,
say.
like what you like.
Right.
Yeah. I just started looking at mine, and out of the 6 that show on my profile, I remember actually liking 2 of them.
Huh.
One being Talk Radio 1320 WJAS, and the other one K98talk.com. I have no idea when I like to renew our heritage, if ever, or Mechanics Time Savers, or Michelle Wright, one of our local news anchors, or Wild Women of Once Upon a Time, I think it is. Let me see. and women is spelled W-I-M-N, or Once Upon a Moon, sorry. WIMMIN. I don't remember that. And then it gets better. Under books, which books have you read? The Last Song, Nicholas Sparks. Let's see. Not a Chance in Hell. This is what Facebook thinks I would be reading. The King James Bible, I'll give them that. I've read that. Dr. Seuss, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Really? This is really good. Uh-huh. Little House on the Prairie, Charlotte's Web, Harry Potter. Wow. Yeah. And it keeps going. This time it's relatively decent. For a while there, the longest time, there was like a whole string of Dr. Seuss books. I was like, seriously? You're going to go there?
Maybe your kid was on your Facebook site and just was clicking like after like after like after like.
No, they're asking me which books I've read, and they're making these assumptions presumably based on my posts. So I guess they thought that since I post from Twitchy and, all of these different conservative websites, that I must be reading, very simple Dr. Seuss books.
Gotta love Facebook, with which I have a love-hate relationship, mostly hate. I think I'm only on it to promote, to post stuff I put up on IJR to promote the show, and the like. So, Liz, just in case there are avid lovers of Howsam and me listening, I think that's probably a fair assessment. Would you, folks who have not heard you, could you just kind of run through, okay, the shows that you do and when and how they can, because I know we'll forget if we don't do that before we let you go.
Yeah, I'm on the air daily, shortly before you all are.
Right.
I'm on at noon Eastern, the Liz Harrison radio show. And other than that, Wednesday and Thursday nights, I'm on FTR radio, 11 p.m. Eastern, on the Right War with Taylor Millard. And those 2 shows are rebroadcast on K98talk.com later in the evening every weeknight. The Wednesday and Thursday show are earlier than the actual show on Mondays and Tuesdays. I believe it's 9 and 10 Eastern that they show up, respectively. Like the Right War is 2 nights at 9, and then the other one's at 10. These are difficult issues. Their timing is like really weird. But basically, other than that, I host the Friday night show here on Vigilant Liberty Radio, the Conservative Feminist Show, which is, well, I guess you could call it the Wild West if you are a male and you end up being a guest on there, outnumbered with sex pretty much covers it.
Outnumbered with sex. Okay,
Yeah,
phrasing.
yeah,
Phrasing. And if you're a
yeah.
dang,
Exactly.
Outnumbered with
yeah, if
sex.
you're a dangler,
Imagine, yeah, you're in danger if you dangle. Let's just leave it
okay.
at that.
And then
But
anywhere else
um,
that can follow you.
yes, I'm starting to write columns regularly on townhall.com and also at radixnews.com. Other than that, this
So
is
what you're saying
fatherhood.
is, with everything you just said, you're kind of lazy, dude.
Yeah.
You work more than Becker does.
Do I?
I think
I
so.
don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
he's kind of
Becker still
slacked.
works
I think
more than
his
me.
Well, he used to. I'm not sure that that's true anymore. But anyway, hey, I got to wrap up with Michael. Thanks for calling in. You got to do it more often.
I will have to do that. Maybe one time I'll go and say something particularly upsetting to one or the other of you on either Radix or Town Hall. You'll go and yell at me and say, "You got to justify that one."
If you
Oh,
didn't,
that's perfect.
if you didn't, we would be disappointed because we both know you.
Exactly.
As
All
an
right.
intentional gadfly. That's perfect, Liz. Thank you. Hey, and thanks for calling in and being part of the show today, Liz. Really appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Have a good one.
Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.
She's another smart person, and she's also dry as hell, which I love.
Yeah, we can't ever have her call in again.
No, because she shows us up. No. All right. So obviously, dude, we can. Tomorrow we got to continue the State of the Union thing because I think we are always into this community-minded service mentality. So we did break down the capital gains thing, and inheritance tax and estate tax and all that real fun stuff to talk about, at least for some people. So maybe tomorrow we can go through some of the rest of it because this supposed Mitt Romney loophole, which I think is hilarious that they're calling it. We got to get into that. The tax credits for education. So there's a lot of stuff in this thing, and like I said, this is a complete non-starter. He knows it. It's going nowhere. He's just kind of playing to the 2016 voters, I think. So
Yeah. Well, you know what I think we need to do, Mike, as a service to our listeners and those that read our stuff, we need to watch the whole thing, and then perhaps we can okay, what were the three things that you noticed and I noticed? Maybe, and then we can distill it down for, maybe take 5 minutes.
yeah, you know what? Maybe we do. Now, I don't know if I would have to be half liquored up or bite on a rag while I'm watching it or whatever. But no, I will watch it. And like I said earlier, excuse me, I want to hear the reaction. I want to because in addition to well, you said this earlier. I mean, in addition to pushing this Planet Obama tax plan, like something from I don't know early in his administration, he's going to list all of the accomplishments that he's made happen. So we will definitely have to break that down on Wednesday morning. I think that's a good call on your part. We got to watch it.
Yeah, we do have to watch it, and I'm seriously, I'm gonna write a speech, and then I'm gonna go through a couple of years of State of the Unions, and you know how you see Fallon does that, where they turn it into a rap or something.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think I'm talented enough to syncopate it, but what I can do is I can cut all the words down from various speeches in the video and turn that into one. Using his words to say, frankly, what he really is saying. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, you think you can pull that off?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in iMovie, I can pull that off and turn that into something. All right, folks. So we are now out of time. We just ran through Monday. A great start to the week. Fun to have Evan and Liz in. You have been listening to The Right Mics. We will have up on our blog, which is therightmics.us, later tonight, archives and pictures. We're definitely going to put that Lego thing up. Thanks for listening. This is Michael Hauser for Mike Miller. Have a good evening.
show is produced